Amici al cuore tassellato, ben ritrovati. Vi spoilerò velocissimamente la puntata di stasera. Siamo ancora al WSX, al World Supercross Championship, con la seconda ed ultima prova a Melbourne in Australia. Per cui vedremo le gare della 250 e della 450, tantissime novità in merito, in attesa poi di vedere un campionato completo nel 2023. Però organizzazione fantastica, pista bellissima e soprattutto tanti spettatori. Per cui vi lascio le immagini immediatamente, spero che vi regalino tanta emozione e tanta adrenalina e poi noi ci sentiamo per i saluti finali. Intanto vi ringrazio e buona visione ancora.
Off of this start and get the whole shot. The first guy to the first turn has rarely been able to hug the inside and come out of the first turn leading. So even if you have the lead, you got to get on the brakes and get turned. Let's see who can grab this whole shot. It's Reese Budd right there in the 22. Here we go. Gate drop for race number one. All important whole shot. Who's it going to go to? Looks like Anstey coming around the outside. Able to hold on to it. He does. Next, Anstey is your whole shot. Wow. So they're going to give it to Mitchell Oldenburg. Yeah, Bogle was there, and then he slid out, caused a little bottleneck, and that allowed Oldenburg. Oh, one rider down is the 200 of Seeley. Looked like Seeley and Chisholm. That is Anstey in the lead, Jeff, on the 99. But the whole shot, I guess, went to Oldenburg first at the line. McElrath, your points leader in the championship, running fourth at the moment. Opening up a big gap here. Let's take a look at this here. Penrite replay. You see what happened to Seeley. Oh, boy. Now we got the onboard here. You get another look at it. There's Close just in front as you can see them getting together just to the inside right. Great start for Camporese. Close, Jeff, sits in 7th, Kristen.
Yeah, and a note on Max Anstey. Speaking to him earlier this week, he said this track races differently than most U.S. tracks. That's because the turns are physically wider. That width creates more passing opportunities. So here, Max is more conscious of riders using that real estate. I'm looking to see him use more defensive riding in this UP race.
Moving up fast is the 401 of Jace Owen right now. Here he comes. Owen charging through. You see the 19 as well up there. Aaron Tanti, we told you that Australian's going to be a contender in this one, Jeff. Watch Bogle. Bogle's on the 891 right there. Oh, he just gets in front. Oh, nice slide pass right there from Bogle. Yeah, he gets around Camporese. Tanti slides by also on the exit of the turn. Watch it here. Bogle getting inside. Oh, here's where we're looking. Oh, that's close. Sorry, Moss. Closest team. Oh. And then the 41 gets caught up in the middle of that as well. Derek Kelly. Wow. A lot of action here in this wild first race for the SX2 category. Anstey, McElrath, Owen, Bogle, and Tanti, your top 5. Let's update you on where your title contenders are. McElrath is in second. Bogle sits in fourth. Blows back in sixth. Tanti showing us the onboard here.
Yeah,
Tanti's chasing Bogle, Jeff.
Yeah, they've been going at it for a couple laps there, making a couple moves. Tanti's been really good at...
Bogle's down! Tanti's down! They're dropping all over the place here. Bogle gets on his bike first and gets going, but they're going to drop like crazy down through the order.
And Ralph, the benefactor there is Blows. Look, he goes up to fourth.
Yep, Blows moves all the way up fourth, and there's what happened.
Just what Chad and I have been talking about. The track, the soil here inside Marble Stadium, it looks like it's got so much traction, but the base is hard, and we've seen multiple riders push the front end and go down here. Nice little rut there. Blows 66.
Let's get an update from Chad.
Hey guys, I'm down here on the start line. I'm watching Cole Seeley's in the pits here, and there is rear brake fluid all over the rear of the bike. They're trying to figure out where it's coming from, but obviously he's got tangled up with all the other riders, and they've got brake fluid everywhere.
As it stands right now with Shane McElrath in second and Blows in fourth, Shane will add to his points lead by 4 here in race number 1.
Too bad Cole Seeley was on the way back.
McElrath sitting second on the racetrack right now.
He's been quite unlucky.
I mean, that's not a very good cushion, especially when you got 2 more finals to go here in the Australian GP.
Yeah, but I'd rather be adding than subtracting from my lead,
Got
right?
that right. He's going the right direction, Ralph. And so is Jace Owen. Right, that Club MX Yamaha, he's in third. He's having a really good start to the night. Not as good as Anstey, though, the rider out of the UK.
Anstey won the second final at Cardiff, was 11th and 10th. The other two 6th overall. Also won here last night in the SX2 race in that opening round of the Australian Supercross Championship.
Well, he's putting on a great show for Honda GP.
Checkered flag goes to Max Anstey.
Nice.
Race number 1 goes to the 99.
Right for an Australian team. Going to have a lot of support
He's
here.
also looking really
British
good.
rider.
Anstey, McElrath, Owen, Blows, Nicoletti, the top 5. Here's a look at the second page. Tanti was looking so good, Jeff, they got caught up in that incident with Bogle. He ends up 12th.
Yeah, just such a bummer for them. Tanti
To have an opportunity to maybe show up their skills and get a
Okay, guys, race 2.
World Supercross
Remember to
Championship.
subscribe for more racing,
Yeah, here was Nathan
motocross riding
Crawford,
skills,
the number
and
199,
fitness coaching in
and then
Thailand.
Reese Budd, the number 22, both Australian riders.
I think that's a great addition to the sport. I love that.
Yeah, definitely. Here we go. Race 2.
There's Bogle. Boy, he'd like to see things a little differently on that 891. And Tanti as well, hoping to thrill the home crowd here on his Yamaha number 19.
Yeah, and you saw Moss, the number 102, right in the middle of them.
Here come the Revs. Watch the gate. We're racing again. Trying to get that whole shot. McElrath up the inside. Wide. And 12 is not going to get the whole shot as 4 riders are down. But it's going to be Oldenburg getting the whole shot. But here comes McElrath trying to steal the lead away.
And Bogle was down off that start. I think Chisholm was down also. It's been a rough start for Kyle Chisholm in both of these finals.
And it's Tanti out front and leading as Oldenburg gives chase on the 48. And the Australian fans loving seeing Aaron Tanti out front here tonight.
Oh, look at it. Oldenburg trying to go wide. He is wasting no time.
Cuts back inside here, but Tanti, real quick, up over the finish line jump first. Tanti will lead him as we put 2 laps in the books here.
Oh, McElrath's going to make the pass, possibly?
Yep, he's up to second, and Shane McElrath on the charge now. Can he reel in Tanti? Tanti about it. Here's a look at the onboard with Crawford as they pile into turn number 1.
Watch as Seeley just went down also. Bogle, Chisholm. It is carnage.
Oh man, not Seeley again. Poor guy.
Chaos in turn 1 here in Australia.
Oh,
on board with Tanti. How did he come out with the lead? Oh, he love seeing Aaron Tanti out front here tonight. Jeff, he looked so good last night in the Australian Supercross season opener for their championship. But maybe the thing that hurt him the most last night was a little bit of fitness in that longer race. He seemed to wear down a little bit at the end, and it cost him a shot at the win. I think in this shorter format here tonight, he could be a real threat.
He could. Tanti riding that CDR, Craig Dack Racing Yamaha, celebrating their 30th year as a race team. Craig Dack, of course, legendary racer and now legendary team owner, guiding that team and looking on right now, fingers crossed. So much, anticipation, hoping his rider can go out there and win this second final.
Aaron Tanti, the 2022 Australian MX1 National Champion in their Pro Motocross division.
Wow, we have got a tight race. Top 4 or 5 right there.
Tanti battled with Justin Brayton last night. Tonight, however, it's Shane McElrath who's trying to win a world championship. Tanti could be a spoiler.
Sliding around a little bit. That's if you're setting second like McElrath, you see him making those mistakes, and then it's like blood in the water. Time to attack.
Absolutely. McElrath is in second, Blowson
Watch
fifth.
this. Watch this. That's the turn where Bogle pushed the front end. Tanti gets the back end loose. Oh, look at these fans going nuts right now.
Nice
You're all
haircut.
cheering for Tanti. Aaron Tanti leading here in front of the hometown crowd. Shane McElrath trying to stand on top of the podium. Win
So I
that
like they
world
put the point
championship.
standings down there.
Here's a look at the points. McElrath, 44. This is the round points, Jeff. Anstey right there, right behind him. That would be for the overall here tonight.
Super close. We're going to have, we got about a lap and a half left to go here. The crowd
Coming along.
really behind the Australian rider, 19.
As you would expect.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Big crowd on hand here tonight. And they're hoping Tanti can give them something to scream about. Anstey has moved up. As he moves into third, he'll move to the top of the overall standings for tonight with our round points right now in front of McElrath, Close, and Tanti and Owen.
You know, I'm just not seeing anywhere on the track where Tanti has any problem in any place where McElrath can make up any time on him. I mean, he is riding awesome. He's got about a half a lap to go. As a rider, you thrive to be in these situations like Chad Reed was talking about. Right now, he's got to get through the whoops good.
You just fear that he gets a little too aggressive on the throttle, makes a slight mistake.
He looks so smooth right now.
Over the wall jump. Here he comes. Tanti. A couple of corners to go.
The boss man, Craig Dack, has to be happy about this.
Here in Marvel Stadium, it's Aaron Tanti taking the win in race number 2. His first SX2 feature win. And he does it in front of the home crowd in Melbourne, Australia.
That was really close. The top 4 or 5. You got Blows right there.
Tanti, McElrath, Anstey, Oldenburg, and Blows. So all the riders in the thick of the chase, Jeff, for this world championship right in there with him.
Cream rises to the top, right?
Yep, Tanti, 26 years old from Silverdale, New South Wales.
Wow, that was exciting. Now we got 1 left to go. We're going to go a little bit longer than 6 laps this next time,
Yep,
though.
should be 10. And let's go to Kristen, who's with the winner. Leads it by 7 over Max Anstey. Blows is now third at 87, and Oldenburg another 3 back.
Yeah, you got to think that.
Oh,
we've got one more SX2 GP race to go. Race number 3, and Chad, somebody is going to be a world champion. A lot of tension down there.
Absolutely, Ralph. We got a world champion to crown, but Max Anstey, you raced yourself into second place, 7 down. What's the plan from here?
Got a whole shot and got to try and check out and not worry about anything else. It's hairy out there, so let's just go and get it done.
Do that, mate. Good luck.
Did you see, I mean,
He can't wait to drop that gate, Jeff.
I mean, he is just so in the zone. He's like a warrior right now, just a gladiator ready to get it on.
And you know, McElrath's thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah, he had the same look on his face. Wow. They were both really tense. But, I mean, look at what's on the line, right?
You think, I was going to say, you think the significance of a world championship means anything? Boy, does it.
Wow. So, who's going to be the spoiler?
Well, Max has come in here so far and been that guy, hasn't he? He's knocked a few out of the hunt and put himself right into position. Can he continue it for one more round? And McElrath and Anstey right next to each other, elbow to elbow, as they get ready for this final run to that first corner of chaos.
Yeah, and I believe, looking down the line there, that nobody is on McElrath's left. The gate, it must be Jace Owen's gate, who's not now open, who hasn't lined up yet. So that, yeah, see right there, just behind the 32nd board, there's actually a couple bikes missing.
Yep.
I love it. They're right next to each other, elbow to elbow, bar to bar, for the SX2 World title.
There's a possibility here tonight that McElrath might not even win a GP race here tonight and can win the title. The World Championship is on the line. Anstey and McElrath screaming towards the first corner. Here comes the chaos. Who's going to come out? Anstey trying to get inside. Not going to happen. McElrath puts a couple of bikes between him and Anstey. Anstey with a great corner at the next turn, and McElrath has the lead. Anstey's back and forth, and Max has to get going. Tanti sits in third. Seeley's down 3 GP races in a row.
So is Chisholm. McElrath
again.
was second around the first turn.
Here comes Anstey. Max Anstey in the black riding gear on the 99 just in front of Blows. He's trying to catch up to Aaron Tanti, who won the last GP, to get himself a shot of catching McElrath.
Oldenburg could have been the spoiler. He grabbed the whole shot. McElrath moved him out of the way. Makes a bunch of mistakes, and Oldenburg misses the triple, goes back to 10th. He was fast enough to win this. Watch. Oldenburg tries to block him out. Boom, white bike goes to the lead. Now watch what happens with Oldenburg. Hits a tough box, feet off. Carnage in the second turn there. Brown, Seeley down again. Chisholm down again. Tanti and oh, look at the far right there. Nicoletti off the track. Oh, feet off, and then Oldenburg has to check up a little bit.
Oh, and then Blows got into the back of Tanti there. Almost took himself out. And here comes Anstey. Anstey trying to get to the inside on Tanti. Max looking for a way around. Now he'll try the high line. He'll split lanes here. Take the opposite lane. Tighter line through there. Cuts back across.
And see how you can quad in?
Inside goes Max with the block move. He's going to take the position away from Tanti. So now the 2 with the best shot at the championship run 1 and 2. It's McElrath and Anstey to decide it.
So, Ralph, even if Anstey goes to lead and McElrath was second, McElrath still wins it. So, hold on, let's go on board here. Pin right replay.
That's Tanti. He's giving the view as Anstey gets around.
Yeah, so even if Anstey makes the pass from the lead on McElrath, McElrath still has the points. So if you're Anstey, you need to give McElrath a shove. You need to put him up.
It needs to be a very aggressive pass.
You need to disrupt him because you have extra points that you need to make up. Both riders looked like they were so serious about this, and I wonder how clean they're going to race it.
Hey, it's for a world championship. Anything goes, and we're almost halfway home. Remember, this third and final GP race is longer than the previous 2. We ran those at 6. This one is 10.
And if you're McElrath, you have to ride the wheels off of that Rick Ware racing machine to earn this world title. Don't allow Anstey to catch up. Don't give him the opportunity. You've got 6 more laps to become a world champion.
Here's Anstey and the whoops, Jeff.
Look how chewed up the whoops are. They are really difficult here tonight, and these edges can really catch you off guard. See, the bike starts to huck-a-buck back and forth a little bit, and then he just lands it perfectly into the turn.
Anstey giving it everything he has on the 99. And Rick Ware and his wife Lisa not here in Melbourne this weekend. Of course, Rick also involved in IndyCar racing, NHRA drag racing, and NASCAR competition. He's got race teams competing all over the globe, Jeff.
Well, it's 5:42 in the morning where he's at on the East Coast.
I believe he's at Homestead with his NASCAR team this weekend.
Okay.
Probably watching this and going crazy.
Yeah, so incredible for the Rick Ware and the other teams that have invested in this championship.
Did you see him fighting to get through that rut?
Yeah, that rut's getting really nasty right now.
That's going to give Anstey an opportunity to close in. He's within a second now of Shane McElrath with just 4 laps remaining. Watch this again. You can see McElrath struggling to get through that rut.
Yeah, look how deep that rut was, like deeper than the axle.
Nice foot position.
Here's Anstey on the 99.
Get out of the rut.
And the mechanics trying to cheer them on.
Yeah, you see the rags waving, the pit boards out. This is it. This is for the title.
For a world championship here tonight.
Lap 7 of 10. I tell you what, they've paced out. They're both running equal lap times last time around. 49.1.
McElrath's such a seasoned veteran.
Both riders are.
Yeah,
right?
no doubt about it. But we've seen Shane battle for Supercross championships, Jeff. He's used to being at the front of the field for this. This is the best shot Max has ever had, and it's for the biggest championship he could win, a world championship.
It is.
Pit board saying, come on, you can bring this thing home. A couple more laps to go.
And, by the time we get to lap 9 or 10, we might have some lap riders playing a part in this also.
And Jeff, I just got a text from Rick Ware coming in. He says, yes, I'm watching Ralph and I'm losing my mind. Hang in there, Rick. Shane's trying to bring it home for you.
Yeah, and if you think about Shane McElrath's career in AMA Supercross, he was second twice, but now he could possibly be the world champion.
Chad.
Guys, what I think is very impressive, listening to you guys talk about the 2 veterans out front. Aaron Tanti has not raced Supercross, to my knowledge, in the last 3 years because of COVID here in Australia. So really impressive what he's doing tonight.
Great point, Chad. And he sits 3rd right now. He won race number 2 and was right in the thick of things last night here with the season opener for the Australian Championship. Expect to see great things out of Aaron Tanti in the future.
Yeah, we're on board with him now, but I tell you, his Supercross riding is exceptional. Great technique. He's very smooth on the bike. Doesn't make a lot of mistakes. Needs to be a little quicker than what he is right now to run with these 2 gentlemen.
Here we go, watching Shane McElrath putting that left foot down, Jeff, sliding through that dirt. Flying that bike.
Look at that, just perfect downside.
Yep, landing with the throttle on, so as soon as that rear wheel hits that Australian dirt, it's just driving it forward. And the 12 out front, looking to put a number 1 on that bike here in another lap. Last lap here in Melbourne. Shane McElrath looking to bring a world championship back to Mooresville, North Carolina, the home of the Rick Ware Racing Team. McElrath, the North Carolina native himself. What a night it could be for Rick Ware Racing and Shane McElrath here in Melbourne, Australia.
And Anstey has tried everything. The British rider has done everything he could to try to catch McElrath, but he's just not close enough to make a pass or make anything happen. McElrath has ridden the perfect.
Here we go. battle here. It has been a fantastic... Oh, Anstey's right there! Final corner coming up! Anstey thinking about it. The checker flag awaits. Shane McElrath is your SX2 World Champion in the Supercross World Championship in the pilot season for 2022 as he wins it here in the final GP in Melbourne, Australia. Congratulations to Rick Ware Racing and Shane McElrath on the World Championship in SX2.
Big congratulations to Shane McElrath from Thailand.
High-fiving him. All the
Thank
riders
you for
showing so
watching.
much
Subscribe.
respect.
I'll click the thanks button.
There really
There's
is a lot of
new thanks button
camaraderie here in
on the-
World Supercross also because
and
of the setup.
next
They
to the
spend
like
a lot
button
more
below if
time
you want to check it
together
out, if you're
than what they do traditionally.
happy that I uploaded this one.
Shane McElrath, born in Asheville, North Carolina, the beautiful mountain city there, hometown of Canton, North Carolina. And as we said, Rick Ware Racing out of Mooresville.
Abbiamo visto la gara della SX 250 con all'opera il nostro Lorenzo Camporese che si è ben comportato. Adesso passiamo immediatamente alla WSX 450, poi con la vittoria di Ken Roczen, appunto, del campionato, per cui si fregia del titolo campione del mondo Supercross. Vi lascio alle immagini e buona visione.
For this whole Australian Grand Prix, if the race one doesn't go right, then things just seem to snowball like it did for some of these 250 riders, and not in the right way.
Chaos corner awaits. When the gate drops, they go charging through the gears to that first corner, and chaos comes their way. Here we go. Who's going to survive the corner? Roczen's there first on the 94. Clear sailing for him, but he's got company with Machi. Machi beats him to turn number 2, and into the lead goes Joey.
Looking like Braden is third. Where's Freezy?
Here comes Roczen looking inside on Sabachi. They're bar to bar as they go through this rhythm section.
Oh, and Roczen tries to box him out a little bit. Yep, secures the lead.
Oh, and down goes, is that Alex
Ray, yeah, fill-in rider.
And Sabachi starting to get aggressive on Roczen here. Ken cannot afford to get into a shoving match at all, Jeff.
And he can't afford to make any mistakes like he did at Cardiff in the first round of this World Championship, where in this same race one went down with the lead. Okay.
Watch on the left side of the screen here. As
we've got a couple of Suzuki riders lock bars. Oh, that was
Frederick Noren on the 61 going down hard.
Ray and Noren.
Oh,
Heights Racing Suzuki both go down. Oh, devastating.
And here's a couple more of the 96 involved here.
Supercross.
That's Kyle Webster on the 96. Supercross on that 85. Yep.
Yeah, Supercross tried to go up there and do a little slide job on him and didn't get the bike turned around. Pulled them both, both end up going down.
Ken Roczen out in front of Sabachi by about a little less than a second as Sabachi tries to reel him in.
So Roczen really is in a great position, okay, because this track, we have seen that it can reach up and bite you, right? And Roczen, with the lead, he can just try to ride perfect laps. Now, for Sabachi or Braden or Freezy, Wilson, they got to go do something special, and they got to push harder to try to get the lead, and that's when you end up making mistakes.
That's Melross on the 45, who currently runs in 7th. He's about 10 seconds behind Roczen, but he's in the midst of a battle with the Scoffier just in front of him here.
Yeah, Melross just passed him there at the end of the whoops and slid into 7th, putting Clayson back to 8th.
Yeah, it's Escoffier's in front now here as they're battling through here. Clayson's going to get in between them. Tixier and Melross is going to fall back all the way to 10th.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that sequence didn't go good for him.
Wasn't how he planned it out at all. Meanwhile, Roczen doing exactly what he planned. Get out front, get away.
So Roczen just set the fastest lap with the 47 flat. We go on board with John Hill.
You see Dean Wilson just in front of him on the 15.
Oh, he's got to check up a bunch, playing it safe, didn't want to go down. Oh, just chaos everywhere.
Watching Roczen's bike here working its way through in slow motion. And again, Savatgy on that 17, Jeff, rides for Rick Ware Racing. What a night they are having. Somebody might want to check on Rick.
Roczen, take a look at those lap times. He's just set the fastest lap again of 46.9. Next fastest lap was Savatgy of 47.2. So 0.3 of a second quicker. Roczen is out front.
This is Richardson right here.
On board through the whoops. Oh, he goes down. That little single coming out of that 90-degree right-hand turn after the whoops. Savatgy just turned to 46.9.
And Roczen at 46.8. So just when Joey uncorks a good lap, Roczen just goes a 10th quicker in frustration for Savatgy.
Now remember, Savatgy really not in the points for the world title. Roczen is. So Savatgy, as we start to work through these 3 final events here, he can kind of let it all hang out if he wants to. He doesn't have anything to lose. Roczen does.
Here's Brayton, who's third, and he's right in the championship fight. Third on the track right now, behind Savatgy in front of Freezy, who also had a shot at this title coming into the day. Roczen going for his first World Supercross GP race win here tonight. If he can put it all together, remember in Cardiff he was second.
Man, I'm so happy for Roczen if he can win this World Championship, his first 450 World Supercross title.
Similar short format over there, the way they run the Triple Crown.
After everything he has been through, I'll definitely celebrate for him here in Thailand if that happens.
Definitely, Roczen agrees with it. He likes this style of racing.
Yeah.
And right now, he really is just out there in his zone, trying to keep his heart rate down, trying to push for fast laps, of course.
Here he comes, right at you.
Slowed down a couple tenths of a second, then slower than what his fastest is. But still, he's just in the zone trying to click off laps. 1 to go here in race 1 of the Australian Grand Prix. Starting to stretch it out over Savatgy, 3.5 seconds.
And again, Eli Tomac not here this weekend. He races a wild card in Cardiff in Wales in the opening round and won it. And technically was the points leader coming into the night. And coming to the checkered flag. Ken Roczen takes the win. GP number 1 goes to the 94. He's now 11 up on Vince Freezy. That's unofficial, of course. But that's the way it should be stacking up as they go right back to the gate, getting ready to race GP number 2.
Remember to subscribe, guys, if you like these videos, if you want to learn more about motocross riding technique, fitness, if you want to come on a motocross and fitness holiday in Thailand, check out links in the description.
And of course, Noren and Alex Ray, the Two Pipes Motorsports group, Suzuki's, go down off the start. That's rough.
That hurts.
I mean, they're
right
teammates.
At the start too.
Yeah. And Pipes. Whew. Grant Harlan there on the Yamaha.
Another 8-lap affair here at Marvel Stadium.
Roczen, the man to beat right now. Freezy, who was came into this event second in World Championship points, You really didn't see him off the start there, and that's Freezy's strong point.
Yeah.
Freezy needs to execute the start on that Moto Concepts Honda. There should be him right there.
Focus, getting ready. 30-second board. Here come the revs. Gate dropping. Chaos corner. Right after that. Through the gears. Charging hard to that first turn. Here comes Roczen to the inside. Beautifully executed. Savachi's right there with him, but it's
Good start for
Roczen.
Roczen.
First out of turn 1 and first to turn 2. That's what he's got to do, Jeff.
Freezy's about 6. Oh, is he going to make the pass right there? Okay, put him up to 5th.
Brayton's up in the second. So runs in second. Roczen just dominating the start once again.
Your main players all up front, and they're chasing Roczen.
This was the plan that Ken wanted to execute, and so far, Jeff, he's doing a perfect job of it here tonight.
Yeah, just caught a shot there. Dean Wilson, who was 5th in race 1. Well, up to 8th, but he was backwards around 12th off of the start, making some move. There he is, bottom of your screen in that black riding gear on the Honda. Escoffier dropping as Wilson goes one more position up to 7th.
Ken going after the overall win and a world championship here tonight, on his way to both.
Good shot of Ryan Brees, the other Rick Ware Racing entry.
Here's Richardson on the 57. Here comes Hill through the whoops, carrying a lot of speed through there. It's our hat cam from the mechanics area.
Hey, I've gone by in the mechanics area when I was racing and seen mechanics kind of jockeying for a position to
There's bar banging going on out there.
Oh, yeah. Well, especially if it's two riders this close, like Savachi and Brayton right here, if the mechanics are standing close to each other, they're trying to get their board out, pull the other one back, and give those words of encouragement or some sort of strategy.
Sometimes all it'll say is just breathe, just to remind you to breathe some.
Which seems silly.
It does.
It seems completely silly to say that, but there's been more than one time that I've had messages like that on my pit board. Oh, good.
Hill is caught up with Escoffier.
3 riders.
Yeah, and that's Ryan Brees on the 14.
Let's go on board. Maybe it's a replay. Yep. So.
Oh, no. Escoffier went down right in front of Hill. Oh, problems for Roczen. What's going on with the 94? And Jeff, this is oh, he's got a mechanical issue. Is it a flat?
Tire?
It is.
Is that a flat?
It's a flat. I think it's a flat.
Oh, no.
Keep riding, man.
Something broke on the landing,
Well,
whether it was a tire.
Yeah. Okay. But see, this soil looks great, but there are some pretty big rocks buried in there.
Dude, just keep riding, man.
Chad, what do you see?
Yeah, it's just a flat tire is all I can see, and obviously...
Oh my god, this is so exciting.
Man, it's such a tough one because as a rider you want to be safe, but you know that every point counts and you want to stay out there, and tough choice for Ken to make here. And this seems like, I just don't understand. I've never seen so many flat tires between the last race, the first round of World Supercross, and here. It is unbelievable how many flat tires we have seen.
But Chad,
Yeah,
we were
all the
more
way
than
to last
halfway
place
through this
now,
short
guys.
race
Oh,
2.
God.
Why not just stay out and get 10th or 12th or just some sort of points?
I couldn't agree more. I'm just checking this tire out to see if there's actually anything physically in it. But yeah, I agree, boys. I think every point counts, and he's gonna.
Dude, he should have kept
regret not
riding.
taking
You can still
a few
go
laps
a
on this thing.
reasonable
And
pace
Chad, here's
with a
why,
flat
because
tire. There's
Vince
only 2
Freezy, with
laps
the way
left.
they
What
run
the
right
fuck
now,
is he
just
doing?
moved into the points lead by 1 over Brayton and 3 over Ken Roczen, and Savachi's back there in 4th at 87. Jeff, that's why we race it all the way to the end, because you just never know.
Wow. Just when you thought Ken Roczen had a hold on this, now he's going to go into race 3, the super final, with a must-win to have any shot at picking up points and winning the World Championship. But then it's the 2 Moto Concepts teammates of Brayton and Freezy that are looking like they're in the driver's seat. Savachi obviously trying to lock down this race 2 win. And
You think turn 1's been chaotic in the past? Oh boy. Get ready for the GP final. Freezy and Brayton with a shot at a world title, and they got to keep Roczen behind them. Boy, Ken,
keep in mind,
believe it.
There's a lot of money on the line to win the world title also, so.
There's a lot of money and a huge amount of pride, and three guys that would love to be a champion at the highest level of their sport. Checker flag awaits. Here's Joey Savacci taking the win in GP number 2 for Rick Ware Racing.
Brayton's gonna come across in second, Freezy third.
What a wild twist of fate here, Jeff. Here's your championship standings. Freezy leads it by 1 over Brayton. Roczen is 4 back at 92.
Wow.
And I tell you,
So Roczen, he can still win the championship if he wins, and if Freezy has a slightly bad race.
Does he have
wow, that's exciting. It's more exciting than I would have wished
for. That was Savacci's first GP win.
And guys, if you like the action, if you are thankful that I did this upload, then there's a new thanks button below next to the like button.
I mean,
you can try that one out. That would I appreciate highly. Thank you.
Should be the guy to win this championship, right? Especially with the fact, once we found out that Eli wasn't coming here to Melbourne. I mean, it's Ken Roczen, right? He should win this championship. He's one of arguably the top 3 riders in the world, but Kristen, he's going to have to fight for it here tonight.
And it was Joey Savacci who took that second GP race win.
The championship standings coming in to the final GP race of this Australian Grand Prix. Freezy up 1 point on Justin Brayton, and Brayton up 2 more on Roczen.
And you think there's not pressure on Vince Freezy, the rider out of Missouri in America?
So if Roczen, he wins now, he can win the title.
I'm here with Justin Brayton. Justin, fresh off of retirement, or announcing retirement, right? I know that feeling, but man, 1 point off. Is there a game plan, or just do what you do and have fun and let it come to you?
Yeah, the biggest thing is just executing this start. I think if I can execute this start, get the whole shot, and really just lay down like the first 5 throw down. So that's the game plan. That's what we're gonna stick to.
Solid game plan. Good luck, man.
Wow, I mean, you try not to think about it, but you know they are. You know the world title is in their mind. I mean, that's what they're working for.
12 laps, 20 riders, and a world championship to be decided. And it could all be decided in Chaos Corner, the first turn after the start.
Look at the championship standings. Okay, 4 more laps than they've ran. They've already ran 2 8-lap finals. This is going to be the toughest one. The track is going away big time.
All right, Chad, let's hear from Kenny.
Kenny, man, you look so awesome out there. At this point, it's just get a good start and get out front. And at this point, would you have a game plan or anything? Where's your head at?
Yeah, I mean, a good start is definitely needed. We got a lot of riders out on the track, and I know what it feels like to be in the mid-pack from Cardiff. So I've done 2 really good starts, so I'm just going to try to do the same thing. Keep calm, that's what I've done the whole time. Breathe, and yeah, just finish it out. You know, this was kind of out of our hands. Stuff like that happens. And yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to go out and try to do the same thing.
Absolutely. Anything can change at this point, and so just focus on the start and yeah, try and make it happen. And anything else, how's the track doing? Other than that, like, I mean, did you noticeably hit anything?
I didn't noticeably hit anything. It's definitely deteriorating, you know. During track walk, we didn't think it was going to get as ruddy, but we're definitely starting to, you know, see some of the concrete, and it's getting ready.
Good luck, mate. Okay, off to Kristen.
Yeah, guys, I just checked in with Ryan, Vince Friese's mechanic, and I asked him any team directives, what's going on, because obviously the battle between Vince Friese, Justin Brayton, and Ken Roczen is heating up headed into this main event. He said as of right now, they've told both riders, work together as a team, race each other clean, and you will both leave here as champions to us. So, guys, this team is trying to encourage both of these riders to work cooperatively to keep Ken Roczen behind them.
Is that last past the gate drop, Jeff?
Wow, that's...
I don't see how it does.
I mean,
too much
when there's too much at stake. I do agree, though, that they need to race each other clean. You know, they are teammates and all that, and let the best man win that way. But I still keep going back to it for Vince Friese. He is great off of the start. That is his MO. It was the biggest start of his entire life, entire career.
Chad, what do you think about these teammates battling here?
I agree with Jeff so much. You know, I think that this is hugely on him and trying to get a good start with Friese. But I agree, every man for himself at this point, trying to communicate with those two and get them on the same level, going for a world title. Good luck with that.
As soon as that gate drops, it's over, right? It's out the window. I want a world championship.
30-second boards up, Ralph.
Here we go.
The riders get their last deep breaths in. They get as focused as they possibly can, ready to give it their all for 12 more laps.
Season for the World Supercross Championship about to be decided with some of the most drama I've ever seen in Supercross competition. Here we go. Who's going to be world champ? Storming into Chaos Corner. Roczen's there first.
Looks good. Oh, shit. We're touching.
Friese's caught up in it. Savatgy gets the whole shot. Roczen sits right in the thick of things, but he's not in the lead, Jeff. He's into the inside.
He didn't go down, I think.
He's about in 5th position right now.
Okay.
Here's Roczen right there.
Where's Brayton at?
Roczen is right behind Borden. We think that Brayton is down.
Is it possible that they're coming out of the first turn that Friese and Brayton both went down together? I saw 2 red bikes.
It could be. It could be.
Brayton's listed in 15th right now.
Roczen's way ahead of Friese
this
now.
has not gone the way that Moto Concepts and their owner Mike Genova have wanted this final race to go with the World Championship.
Chad, what do you know?
I only caught the end of it, but I didn't see Friese on the ground. But Brayton was crashed on the exit of turn 1, so now he's pretty much last.
If it finishes just like this, Ken Roczen would win the title. We'll see what happens. Roczen dealing with Wilson, gets around Dean. Here's a replay.
The number 19 is Friese, the 10 is Brayton.
Yeah.
Friese and Brayton get together. Watch the 10 and the 19. Oh, we missed it. That's another pileup heading into the first turn.
Frederick Noren again caught up in this. There he goes, down on the ground. He's had a rough night, has Frederick.
2 of the 3. He hasn't even made it to the first turn without being in the dirt.
That is just brutal. Savatgy looking for the win here.
Savatgy out front. He is cruising right now, 48.5 lap time.
There's Friese and Brayton right there. Yep, Friese got a little wide, it looked like, up into Brayton. And I'm not sure what pushed Vince out there, but there they go, just to the right of hill.
One of the most treacherous parts of Supercross.
We called it Chaos Corner, and it has delivered that here tonight.
You know, and what's interesting,
so exciting, this race. But at least Roczen, he got
a lot of the times these riders, when they're younger, they'll have their parents around and become older, and girlfriends, wives, things like that.
They've both.
The moms have the worst time with the start. The rest of the track, they're fine. Some of the moms don't even watch the first turn. They just can't watch.
I totally understand. Kristen?
Guys, just a moment ago, as Ken passed the mechanics area, his mechanic, Jordan Troxel, was holding out the pit board.
But of course, Roczen, he's a better rider, so he deserves
Joey,
to win.
reminding him he has to knock off Joey Savatgy to be able to clinch this championship. As it runs right now, I don't think he has to with the way the points have worked out with Justin Brayton and Vince Freezy, but just reminding Ken to keep digging is so important right now.
Well, here's the deal, Kristen. If Roczen drops a position, Savatgy would take the points lead. He'd have more feature wins if he hangs on and wins this, Jeff.
That would be a massive turn of events. I mean,
Rick Ware Racing could win both championships if that happens.
I mean, wow. I mean, and anything can happen. We've seen this here already tonight. We've seen a lot of chaos. We've seen riders make mistakes. I mean, Ken is a world-class rider. He is a former world motocross champion.
Yep.
But this weekend here in Melbourne has had some wild twists and turns.
Watching Ken here with this replay through the whoops, that suspension just doing its thing as he flies through that very challenging, very technical whoop section. Martin Davalos right there cheering his rider on.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Ken doesn't have to do anything crazy right now.
No, but we saw he wasn't doing anything crazy in the last one, and the rear tire went out.
Well, and what's interesting, like I mentioned before, is that the dirt has this nice sort of sandy,
leading the
clay soil, kind of a nice blend. But underneath it, there has been some of these big rocks come up. Now, more than likely, what happened is that Ken was getting their rear tire deep into one of those ruts, and in there was one of those rocks, and it pinches the tire.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, pinches the tube and the tire to the rim and creates the flap.
Roczen won the 2011 FIM Motocross 2 World Championship. He was part of the Motocross of Nations World Championship team in 2012. Watching Melross here.
Taking the right-hand line through the split lane here, and then it really tightens up on this right-hander. Gives you a good shot at jumping four right here, jumping a quad into this turn. Perfect execution.
Here's Savatgy working through the whoops on the 17.
Oh, that bike moving around a little bit. Pro Circuit tuned Kawasaki that he's riding there.
Yeah.
And then just pops out.
Here's Joey. Boy, look at that rear end dancing around.
Whoa.
Hang on, Joey.
Yeah, that was pretty loose right there. A little huckabuck. Keeps the bike underneath of him.
Getting close to the end of this one. Can Ken Roczen hang on? And Jeff, we have to bring up everything he's been through physically with the challenges that he went through with some nasty crashes, getting back into the sport and getting back to the top of the sport. This is the epitome of that comeback here.
Well, there was a few years back when Ken suffered a really, really bad left elbow fracture. They had to operate on his left arm multiple times. Has a cadaver piece in there. At one point, there was the chance that he might not even have a racing career, like that his career would be over.
There was a threat he could have lost his arm.
And lost his arm, yeah. And so now here he is a few years later, and he's on the cusp of winning the World Supercross Championship.
And it was a process, right? Just getting back to the point of winning races and getting onto the podium and now putting himself in championship contention and possibly winning a world championship in Supercross. To say Ken Roczen has been inspirational to so many people for so many reasons is such an understatement.
Yeah, he is. And so right now he's in a comfortable second. He's got the points he needs to win the world title. He just has 3 more laps. And how about Josh Hill on the CDR Yamaha running third? Nice way to finish off this championship for the veteran rider.
Watching with Josh Hill here, on board with him. You got to look at the settings as far as around here. The Australian Grand Prix is a combination of your finishes in all 3 races.
So 2 laps left, guys. I think Roczen is just going to ride it home safely in second. Man, I'm going to be happy if he wins this championship.
Season, not that far off. expecting to see the championship kick off sometime in the summer of 23, hopefully in July.
And our leader, Joey Savacci, he has to be really proud of what he's accomplished here in this championship, and especially here at the Australian Grand Prix. He's put in some great rides. I look for Ken Roczen just to stay right there. Don't look for him to try to do anything. No need to try to pass for the lead and the win here. He can wrap up the title. He's got a little bit less than 2 laps to go. We see the blue flag out. That signifies that the leaders are coming by and lapping back markers.
Oh,
Whoa.
Joey! Oh my gosh!
Hell of a time for a knack-knack,
Yeah.
I can tell you that. Wait till the finish line, Joey.
Yeah, and that's usually done in mid-flight, not when you're on the ground. White flag is out. We've got 1 lap.
Trying to win this 3rd race. Let's take a look at this. He sideways out of the rut right there. But the crowd is fired up. Savacci trying to manage some of these back markers, trying to keep his focus. Roczen is right there waiting for a mistake.
And Roczen trying to put an exclamation point on this world championship by not only taking the title, but taking the win here, the overall win in Australia at the Australian Grand Prix.
Let's see. Okay, Joey clean that time around.
Here we go, last couple of corners.
Wow.
What a night it's been for Rick Ware Racing. They win the SX2 race and the championship, and Joey Savacci will win the WSX Australian Grand Prix, but it's Ken Roczen who will be the 2022 World Supercross Champion.
Yeah.
He did it.
That's it. Finally.
Unbelievable, Ralph. Doesn't finish race 2, comes back, and wraps up the world
Remember
title
to subscribe,
with a
guys.
2nd in
Click
race.
that
But you know
thank
what,
button
Jeff? That's
below
Ken
if you like the video.
and his career. Always
And if you
fighting
want to
through
come
the
train motocross
adversity
and fitness
to
in
get
Thailand,
back to
check the
top
description
step of
below.
the sport, and he did
Man,
it
this
once
is
again
such
here
a good
tonight.
day.
Just when we all thought unbelievably the rug was yanked out from under him and maybe this
Big
championship was going to
congratulations
go up in
to
smoke,
Roczen.
Ken said, I will not be denied here tonight, and comes back, fights to 2nd, does exactly what he had to do, and wins another world championship. This time, he's a Supercross world champion.
Spero che la puntata vi sia piaciuta, mi raccomando condividete il più possibile, seguiteci sia in televisione che su tutti i nostri canali social per tantissime altre emozioni, per cui vi auguro una buona serata e a ritrovarci poi settimana prossima con altre immagini di motocross, supercross e quant'altro. Intanto vi ringrazio e vi saluto caramente, ciao! Amici appassionati, ben ritrovati in Motocross My Passion. Con questa sono qua con un'icona del mondo dell'enduro. Round della Gare Portacolori, la tabella rossa di Antonio Cairoli. Inizio di stagione in attesa della seconda manche dell'MX2 2017, vince il 5º titolo mondiale, contraddistingue il 2-2-2 Antonio Cairoli. Benvenuto su Motocross My Passion.
A night title for Cairoli, who came home in 2nd. Max Amsty came home.
E vi ricordo, Motocross My Passion c'è